Welcome, everyone, to another thrilling episode of The Future of Work. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into the world of HR transformation. We've got a lot to cover, from the evolution of HR to the latest trends in technology, employee experience, and more. Joining me is my fantastic co host. Hello, and how are you feeling today?
Hi, I'm great. I'm super excited to be here. HR transformation is such a dynamic and fascinating topic. I can't wait to learn more about how it's shaping the future of work. So, where do we start?
Let's kick things off with the evolution of HR. Over the years, HR has transformed from a purely administrative function to a strategic partner in organizations. It's no longer just about managing payroll and benefits, it's about driving organizational success through people. For example, companies like Google have revolutionized HR by treating employees like internal customers and focusing on creating a positive work environment. What do you think about this shift? And can you share any personal experiences or observations?
That's a great point. I remember when I started my career, HR was seen as more of a paper pushing department. But now it's so much more. I worked at a startup where HR was heavily involved in company culture and employee engagement. They organized team building activities, regular feedback sessions, and even had a dedicated space for relaxation and creativity. It really made a difference in how we felt about our work and our team. How do you think this shift has impacted employee retention and productivity?
Absolutely. The impact is significant. Companies that prioritize employee experience and engagement tend to have lower turnover rates and higher productivity. A study by Gallup found that companies with engaged employees outperform those without by up to 202%. This is because engaged employees are more committed, more innovative, and more likely to go the extra mile. Speaking of engagement, let's talk about technology in HR. How is technology changing the way HR operates? And what are some of the most exciting tools and platforms out there?
Technology is revolutionizing HR in so many ways. From AI-powered recruitment tools to employee self-service portals, the possibilities are endless. For instance, AI can help screen resumes more efficiently, reducing bias and speeding up the hiring process. There are also platforms like Workday and Bamboo HR that offer comprehensive HR management solutions, from onboarding to performance management. Have you seen any particularly innovative uses of technology in HR?
Absolutely. One of the most exciting areas is the use of analytics to drive data driven decision making. For example, companies are using predictive analytics to identify at risk employees who might be considering leaving. By analyzing data on employee engagement, performance, and feedback, HR can proactively address issues and improve retention. Another area is the use of chatbots for employee support. Chatbots can answer common HR questions, provide instant feedback, and even help employees with mental health resources. How do you think these technologies are changing the employee experience?
I think they're making a huge difference. Employees now have access to the information and support they need 24/7, which can really enhance their experience. For example, a friend of mine works at a company where they have a chatbot that can help with everything from vacation requests to benefits enrollment. It's so convenient and reduces a lot of the administrative burden on HR. Speaking of employee experience, let's talk about the importance of diversity, equity, and inclusion. How are companies integrating DEI into their HR practices, and what are some successful examples?
DEI is crucial for creating a positive and inclusive work environment. Companies are implementing a variety of strategies, such as unconscious bias training, diverse hiring panels, and employee resource groups. For example, Microsoft has a robust DEI program that includes a focus on accessibility, with initiatives like the AI Squared project, which uses AI to help people with visual impairments. Another great example is Salesforce, which has a CEO led initiative to ensure pay equity across all genders and races. How do you think these initiatives are impacting the workplace?
I think they're making a significant impact. When employees feel valued and included, they're more likely to be engaged and productive. I've seen firsthand how DEI initiatives can change the dynamics of a team. In a previous role, we implemented an employee resource group for women in tech, and it was amazing to see the support and mentorship that came out of it. But what about remote and hybrid work? How is HR adapting to this new reality?
Remote and hybrid work are here to stay, and HR is at the forefront of making it work. Companies are focusing on creating clear policies, providing the right tools and resources, and ensuring that remote employees feel connected and supported. For example, Buffer, a fully remote company, has a comprehensive onboarding process that includes virtual meet and greets, regular check ins, and a dedicated Slack channel for new hires. How do you think HR can ensure that remote employees stay engaged and feel part of the team?
I think it's all about communication and community. Regular check ins, virtual team building activities, and open channels of communication are crucial. I once worked for a company that organized virtual happy hours and trivia games, which really helped build a sense of community. Another important aspect is flexibility. Offering flexible work hours and trust in employees to manage their time can go a long way. What about skill development and reskilling? How is HR helping employees stay relevant in a rapidly changing job market?
Skill development and reskilling are essential for career growth and organizational success. Companies are investing in learning and development programs, online courses, and mentorship opportunities. For example, LinkedIn Learning offers a wide range of courses that employees can take at their own pace. IBM has a new collar program that focuses on skills rather than just degrees, helping employees transition into new roles. How do you think these programs are impacting employee career paths and job satisfaction?
I think they're making a huge difference. When employees have the opportunity to learn and grow, they feel more invested in their careers and the company. I've seen friends and colleagues who have taken advantage of these programs and completely changed their career trajectories. It's empowering to know that the company supports your professional development. So, what about data-driven decision-making? How is HR using data to make better decisions?
Data is a game changer in HR. By analyzing workforce data, companies can identify trends, make informed decisions, and drive strategic initiatives. For example, IBM uses AI to predict which employees are at risk of leaving and intervene proactively. Google uses data to optimize their hiring processes, identifying the most successful candidates and the factors that contribute to their success. How do you think data is changing the way HR operates on a day-to-day basis?
I think it's making HR more efficient and effective. With data, HR can make evidence-based decisions rather than relying on gut feelings. It also helps in identifying and addressing issues early on. For example, if data shows a high turnover rate in a particular department, HR can investigate and implement targeted solutions. Speaking of addressing issues, let's talk about change management. How are companies managing change effectively, and what are some best practices?
Change management is all about communication, engagement, and support. Companies that communicate clearly, involve employees in the change process, and provide the necessary resources tend to have smoother transitions. For example, during the pandemic, many companies had to shift to remote work. Those that communicated regularly, provided home office setups, and offered mental health support had better outcomes. What do you think are the key elements of successful change management?
I think transparency and empathy are crucial. When employees understand why changes are happening and feel supported, they're more likely to buy in. I once worked at a company that was going through a merger, and the leadership team was very transparent about the process and the benefits. They also offered counseling services to help employees cope with the transition. It made a big difference in how people felt about the change. Finally, let's talk about the future of performance management. How is it evolving, and what are some of the new approaches?
Performance management is moving away from annual reviews and toward continuous feedback and development. Companies are using real-time feedback tools and regular check-ins to help employees grow and improve. For example, Adobe eliminated their annual performance reviews and replaced them with a system called check-ins, which focuses on ongoing conversations and goal setting. How do you think this shift is impacting employee performance and development?
I think it's making performance management more dynamic and responsive. When feedback is ongoing, employees can address issues and capitalize on opportunities in real time. It also fosters a culture of continuous improvement and learning. I've seen this approach in action, and it really helps employees feel supported and motivated. What about employee wellness and mental health? How are companies addressing these issues? And what are some best practices?
Employee wellness and mental health are critical for a healthy and productive workforce. Companies are offering a variety of resources, from mental health days to counseling services. For example, Airbnb has a Wellness at Airbnb program that includes mindfulness workshops, fitness classes, and mental health first aid training. How do you think these initiatives are impacting employee well being and overall performance?
I think they're making a huge difference. When employees feel supported in their mental health, they're more resilient and better equipped to handle the demands of work. I've seen firsthand how mental health initiatives can reduce stress and burnout. It's not just about providing resources. It's about creating a culture where it's okay to talk about mental health and seek help when needed. Well, that wraps up our episode on HR transformation. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you found it as enlightening as I did.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please reach out. Stay tuned for more exciting discussions on the future of work. Until next time, take care.